Well, International Children's
Children's Day was celebrated in style, with young people being given tips on how to protect themselves on social media and also finding ways journalists can report better on issues affecting young people. Takalani Muvali is from the Information Regulator of South Africa.
From the Information Regulator, we are mandated to protect two rights. The first right is the right to privacy in relation to personal information. And the second right is access to information. So I urge you to protect your personal information, even the smallest things that can lead to you exposing your personal information.
I believe that when children and young people are given the information, they are able to use their value system to make informed choices. So at the core of protecting children is the values that make us a thriving democratic society. So I want to say to children is trust your guts, because you've got what it takes to manage this world that you've been born into.
Earlier this year, Media Monitoring Africa (MMA) reported that only 6% of media stories feature children, and a lot of times on these featured stories, children are portrayed as victims.
The children's voices are not particularly projected in our news bulletins. You know, last year it shows that 8%, which is a decrease if you think about the fact that 2003, the children's voices, I think, were at 13%. So it's an indictment on me, it's an indictment on my colleagues as editors to say we need to do more. We need to include children as voices in quoting them.
Protection of children just goes beyond withholding the identity of the child. It goes getting maximum or getting substantial input from a child goes beyond asking the child, what do you think? Shoving a mic in their face and say, what do you think about this? So the media need to be cognizant of the fact that they need to constantly upgrade their skills in terms of how they report on children.
So much information is given out about climate change and whatnot. I may read it, but I may not understand it and how climate change is going to affect us. Because at the end of the day, adults are gradually going to leave. These things are going to affect us more than they are affecting you guys. So information that is understandable has to be given out.
Well, International Children's Day is really important because it reminds us how important it is to celebrate children's rights, but to also remember that we have to work for children's rights. So all of us need to be vigilant and to keep working to remind people that children have rights and that states and other people have duties and obligations as well to uphold those rights.
My team and I did exactly what MMA suggested. We spoke to young people and included their opinion in our report.
I think that it's a really important day for us children, because in certain places us children aren't really regarded as important and our voices aren't really heard.
What I take away is that kids are important and that they should be heard. There was a bombing in a tavern of kids that were celebrating the end of exams season, and this one girl was confessing that, not confessing really, but rather telling us what happened on how it was. And I think one of the cameramen were trying to reveal her face, even though she was trying to hide it. And I don't think she felt comfortable in that sense to talk about it, because she felt like her identity was going to be jeopardized in that sense. Yeah.
Every child is important and unique, regardless of their background, and their opinions and voices need to be heard and respected. From Johannesburg, South Africa, Rapelang Mosala, Branama TV.